Chase Lee Hockey with the Blue Futon. It's been a while since I've been in the Amazon Prime world, and this world is all the old knives. Are these knives good enough to cut through a steak, or do they need to be sharpened? Let's find out. So all the old knives, what's it about? It's a very simple premise, actually. Something happened back in 2012. A horrible, horrible hijacking. Bunch of people died. But apparently someone from the inside of the CIA in Belgium was giving up information to these terrorists. Who was it? We need to figure it out. And will we figure it out? So with this movie, I enjoyed it for what it was. It is a very slow burn spy thriller. I'm going to call it a thriller, even though there weren't really a lot of thrills in this movie. The backstory was a lot better than the forefront story. So with that, I'll give you the negatives of the movie. It's a pretty predictable movie, and everyone's saying it is a good conclusion. I didn't like the conclusion at all, because technically, the people who did this atrocity doesn't really, nothing bad happens to them. And the reason why this mole in the agency did it, yeah, you kind of understand it, but there's not a satisfying conclusion. So I was like, yeah, that's an ending, I guess, but not the one I'm kind of looking for. Sometimes I'm a fucking lover of revenge movies, and even though this can kind of be a revenge movie with the thriller aspect and the backstory that's happening with Chris Pine, I just think overall it was kind of a dud at the very ending. I was like, okay, I understand it, but not what I was looking for. Like I said, it's a slow burn movie, so if you're expecting a lot of action and a lot of stuff happening, don't expect that. Expect a lot of office scenes and lunch scenes, and that's all you're really going to get from this movie, because it is talking about what happened in 2012, and we're in 2020 right now. And it's pretty funny. They are filming this in Monterey or Carmel by the Sea. So Carmel was the one that was, the mayor was Clint Eastwood in the 90s, and I actually lived in Monterey. And there's a scene where they're in the outdoor mall, and I'm like, hey, I've been there. I know exactly where they were filming that location. So I thought, oh, that's pretty cool that they were filming that at that location. Which, looking at the cars and the people in that area, either A, they filmed during COVID because, California shuts a lot of shit down. Unless you're making movies, for the higher people get to do better stuff than the lower level people. Like, I can't play basketball, but you could film in a mall. Cool, bros. But with this movie, I think those are the main negatives. Is anticlimactic in my opinion, and the story is kind of a been there, done that story, but you've seen it. But if you want to look at the acting and the directing and how it was filmed, bravo, because it did keep me entertained for what was happening. Because even though you knew, like, okay, I could kind of see what we're doing with the editing and who we're following and some of the people involved, I see where this is going. It is not a like, oh, fuck, I didn't see that ending coming. It's one of those movies you're like, yeah, I see it. But with that, it doesn't mean it is not a bad movie. It's very watchable. The acting is great. The directing is great. I just think the writing and the overall conclusion, I was like, I was expecting a little bit more. Some people might not be happy because, they're going to talk about terrorists, and the terrorists are, from the Middle East. And they're like, oh, xenophobia. Who else have hijacked planes and helicopters and killed Israelis and stuff like that? Munich, the Olympics, 9/11. There's a lot of hijackings that I'm not even talking about. Anyway, all the old knives, I enjoyed it, but don't expect anything absolutely amazing. But it is worth a watch, in my opinion. So all the old knives will receive a 3 out of 5 Blue Futons, which equals that 60%. So see the critics' news scores gave this one. So you have critics a 66% with 73 of them. Audience score a 17. Oh shit. With fewer than 50. Here's critic consensus. All the old knives suffers in comparison to the dialogue-driven spy thrillers of the past, but the chemistry between its stars simmers even when the story doesn't. 17. Holy shit. I gotta see if there's anything below. Why was that low? Damn. That is shocking. I did not expect the audience score to be that low. Holy shit. Alright. 60, 66, 17. Interesting. Maybe it is because of just, it's a story about someone at dinner and then his office work, and that's really it. It's basically, a little bit of traveling and who is doing what. But yeah, I guess if you've never been in that part of the world, I have multiple times. I mean, it's kind of like this. So yeah, and I just think it's annoying where a bunch of white people in America is like, oh, America's so bad. It's like, have you been anywhere else? Yeah, I've been to the Bahamas. It's like, fuck off. Anyway, 66, 60, 17. Chase back with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this Booftonian. You Booftonians, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Yeah, that's my biggest pet peeve is white people that are liberals that think they know everything that's happening in the world and they don't. There's a new study that apparently came out where it's like talks about like people that are in the R's and the D's, you know, because that's how America is. If you don't know, it's basically two political parties. People say there's three, the independents. They kind of matter for the voting, but they'll never win a big office chair. Even though Bernie Sanders says he's an independent, that's a bullface lie, Cotton. But anyway, yeah, apparently all like demographics for this election, just in case you didn't know it, all are skewing R, except women with college degrees. I wonder if there's got to be a reason why. Like, think about it. College, they don't want kids anymore? Like, what's happening?